What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're continuing the Secret Wars and it's time for a little magic. So let's see what we've got going on. Let's check it out. As promised, today we'll be taking a look at magic. Let's see what we've got going on. Taking a look at the package, we are continuing the Secret Wars line. You can see magic in there. She's got the extra hands, a lenticular shield, sword, and power effect. Flip it to the back, we get a good image of magic up there. Here's the rest of your wave. Instructions for your lenticular shield. Important information at the bottom. There's your blurb. In his quest to understand humanity, the mighty Beyonder draws forth the demonic essence of mutant sorceress Magik, revealing the dark child within her. Flip it back to the front for one last look. Let's get her out of the box. Fresh out of the box, we get a good look at Ilyana here, and I think this is a good step in an interesting direction. If we're going to start getting more of these new mutant costumes, I'd like to hope that they do all match. I'm not going to include Roberto from X-Men 97, right? That's a cartoon series. It has a different color palette. And then you look at like the new mutants that we got in the Danny Moonstar pack. It kind of sucks that there's no cohesion here, but maybe we're on to something in this direction. But all that aside, we've got magic here. You can see everything there. Let's take a closer look. Moving in closer, we can get a good look at this head sculpt. Now, we only get the one, and you know I like to get options. You've got a pretty decent look here, though. Fairly neutral, but still a little stern, so it does give you a little bit of life. I still prefer to have the neutral, expressive options and leaning to the expressive. But this is a good head sculpt. It just doesn't give me what I would prefer for a display. Now, I know that some people like the neutral option, so this does give something for everybody, and I don't need everybody to be all yelling all the time, so it does a job. You've got the hair, it's got a nice sway to it. Again, with multiple head sculpts, that does give your female characters a little bit of option for the hair as well, so I would just like to see two head sculpts with every figure, but I live in a fantasy world, right? Moving into the rest of the figure, though, we've got this great New Mutants costume, and I love a team in uniform, so I really am hoping that we get some more of these in this costume and they all match. It's just something I really like looking at, especially X-Men. Like, they always have these cohesive uniforms, so it would be good just to get a bunch of that. You've got the great metallic arm. You can see the armor there all in place. Looks pretty good. Some solid detail on a small arm, so I do appreciate that. You've got the red belt, the X logo right in the middle there. You've got the pirate boots with the nice long cuff down at the bottom. This is a very decent base body aside from the arm, right? You could certainly play around customizers. There's a lot here if you are going to try to build out those uniform looks. Here is a look at your lenticular shield. So you can see, I mean, not much difference between the two, just a little expression change and costume change. For your accessories, you do get the effect piece that slides right over the sword, so it's good that you have the option. If you want it or you don't, it is there, and I appreciate options. For your hands, you do get a metallic fist and a gloved grasping hand. You also get an open metallic hand and a gloved fist. For your articulation, the head will look down to right about there, chin almost touching the chest. Head's only going to look back a little bit because the hair is going to get in the way. But I will say, as far as like Marvel Legends female hair sculpts go, this one is on the pliable side. I don't know if this is a direction we're heading or a quality of plastic issue, but it does give you some mobility more than we're certainly used to. You do get some rock in there and plenty of movement side to side. The arms will work all the way around. This one will go up to about there. The shoulder pauldron does start to get in the way, but you can see that actually is a separate piece. You can see the ring right in the shoulder there, so in theory, if you wanted to take that out, you certainly could. You do have an upper bicep cut. You are double jointed pinless at the elbow. Nothing at this forearm, and a hinge at the wrist. Going over to the other arm, that will also work its way all the way around. This arm goes up to about there, so pretty good range upward, and then pretty standard fare the rest of the way. For the torso, you do have that upper torso, so you can get all kinds of rotation in there, but that's it, man. You're not getting anything at the lower abdomen, no ab crunch, no hip swivel, so that's a pretty outdated scheme. It is a smaller buck, I get it, but yeah, that's all you're getting for your torso there. Legs will kick up to about there, nice forward kick. They'll go back only to about there and then out to there. Upper thigh cut, you are double jointed pinless at the knee, boot cut, hinge, and swivel at the ankle. For comparison, here she is backed up against the Walgreens exclusive Magik in this alternate costume, both coming in at about the same height, so that's good. I like the cohesiveness, the consistency with height there. I want to take a closer look at these head sculpts because they kind of look very similar. I would say it almost looks like they just used the updated technology with the face printing for the same head sculpt. Maybe some very minute differences, but eerily similar, which is fine. I mean, it is the same character and all, but I would like to get some change, a little difference, that's all. And then here she is backed up against Big Bro Colossus, and I can guarantee these do not have the same face sculpt, but it does give you a good idea of how these two are going to pair up, and I like the height difference. This is a good little set here. I'm really looking forward to getting Magik into my main X-Men display. And here's a little side by side just to give you an idea of how these are going to look on a shelf, and again just highlighting the height difference there between Magik and Colossus. And just a look at your Magik figures side by side, and one more look of them just head on, again coming in at about the same height, so that is good there. And one more side by side comparison. I just wanted to look at the three of these because they do have black and yellow costumes on, and you can see the difference here between the three variations. Totally different yellows all around. Even the blacks are a little off, not so much. I mean, that wouldn't be as noticeable, but the yellows certainly stick out there. And one last side by side look just to highlight, you can see especially at the boots, the Magik ones really stick out as this bright yellow here. Alright folks, well there you have it. There is your Marvel Legends Secret Wars Magik. The thing I'm most excited about is the potential for more new mutants in this costume. That is something I'm really looking forward to, and I really hope that the team comes through with delivering those. You know, it may take a couple of years, but the hope remains. Some of the things I maybe don't like as much about this figure are some of the joints seem a little bit more loose or rubbery than I would prefer. Head sculpt is good. I would just like to see another head sculpt to go along with this, something complementary. Accessory wise, I'm okay. I don't need a bunch of extra hands. I think it comes with what it needs to, but you could always use more, right? I'm never going to turn down more accessories. That would be ludicrous. The costume looks good though. I like this yellow, even though it doesn't match the older ones. In reality, I would love it to match those darker yellows, but I do think this is the right shade of yellow, right? In my mind, I think this matches what I would like to see more figures look like. It's just when you're looking back, I would prefer to just match what already is there. You know, it's I find yourself in this conundrum of sorts, but it's all right. We'll make our way through. All in all, she's a good looking figure. It's a nice addition to my X-Men shelf. I'm still on the fence about how I'm going to do a Secret Wars shelf if I'm going to, but the point is she's gonna be able to find a home easily on an X-Men shelf, and I've got plenty of those, so she's already gonna make her way into the display, so a lot to look forward to there. At the end of the day, it's a fairly basic figure, but it's a cool figure and one that has a lot of potential for other things in the line, and that's the exciting part, so I'm here for it. Anyway, that's the 2 cents, folks. I do appreciate you checking out the video. Of course, you can always find me on any of these socials down here. Most importantly, though, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And until next time, take it easy.